I want to talk a second about something that you wrote in your book and that I firmly believe is true. Why women with violent tendencies must be avoided. All right, it's one of your red flags, number
Number seven.
seven.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you wrote this book before this trial even took place, right? It was back in 2020. I think that the book came out, and one of your red flags, page 59. I got your book right here, and this is not a promo or anything, by the way. Uh, you have that women have violent tendencies are a massive red flag, and the word massive is in bold. Of all the red flags in this chapter, there's more bold in this section about avoiding violent women than any other red flag. You've bolded, I haven't made my point clear enough, avoided all violent women, bold at all cost, exclamation point.
Hmm.
I'm here to underscore that to anybody watching this. It never ends well. If somebody gets violent, it's not going to end well for you. You're going to end up in a bad situation. Best case scenario I've seen, it's a domestic violence claim. Worst case scenario, it's a criminal action, aggravated assault, assault and battery, assault. You don't want to be on the wrong end of either of those two. So um, you also,
When it
yeah,
comes to violent women, sorry to jump in, but when it comes to violent women, as it comes up in trials or any family law issues that you've dealt with, is it just showing up during the marriage, or are there examples of it leading up to the marriage in your experience from what you've heard with couples that you deal with divorces?
yeah, I mean, it's both. Sometimes people will look past it.
Hmm.
If a guy has one-itis and the woman has mental health issues and she's got a lot of anger issues and she thinks it's okay to, hit someone else. Same-sex marriages too, men
Hmm.
or women. Uh, yeah, I agree with what you just posted. It's zero wiggle room because it only gets worse. And the more it's done, the more entitled feel. Just walk away. If you're not living together, it should be easy.
Hmm.
Block them. Get away from people who are violent. It's not going to end well.
Is
And
there is
yeah,
there a way to establish somebody's violent history by doing some kind of a public record search on them? Maybe they were, like, let's say you're in your 40s, okay, and you're dating somebody that's close to your age, maybe a little bit younger. They've obviously dated for a while. They may have been married previously. They've probably had a relationship or two. Is there a public record database that you could search for any charges of like criminal violence, domestic violence, anything like that that would give a guy an opportunity to say, that's it, I'm out? They get the facts front and center before she even says anything?
yeah, it depends upon the jurisdiction.
Or is
I
that
had
misogyny now?
no, it depends upon the jurisdiction. Was involved in a domestic violence case where the guy, I'm representing the guy, the woman claimed that he assaulted her, physically assaulted her. So he actually just Googled her and she saw that she had a domestic violence claim against a professional athlete 5 years earlier
Hmm.
that was denied, that was dismissed. So with prejudice, she couldn't refile it in that jurisdiction. So we discussed it. And so he just did a simple Google search. Some jurisdictions do have those kind of cases. If you know her birthday and you know her exact first and last name, you could look and see. In many jurisdictions, look up the dockets in that state if you know where she's lived.
So those are
So
registered at the state level, not the federal level.
yeah, yeah,
Okay.
these are all state laws. It might be a little bit more difficult to get a domestic violence claim that they filed, but not impossible. So I would definitely take a look at that. If somebody tells
That's a
you,
good point.
"Look, my boyfriend, I had him like incarcerated. He put his hands on me," you want to just proceed with extreme caution,
Hmm.
because as we're going to talk about, it's very easy for somebody to go in and make a claim, on a domestic violence case, and get a temporary order. It's too easy in a lot of jurisdictions.
Is
So
it equally easy for men and women, or is it just women that it's easy for?
it's equally easy for men and women. I'd say 90% of the cases that I've seen and been involved with,
Hmm.
uh, when you first go in, it's an ex parte hearing with a judge. Ex parte meaning the other side's not there. And then you will tell the judge who's on duty that day, what happened and whether, and I'd say 90% or more of the times they get a temporary restraining order or a temporary protection from abuse order.
Mm.
And then within 10 days, in Pennsylvania, it's 10 days or 20 days in some jurisdictions, there has to be a final hearing where there has to be a disposition of, is this real or not? And, but in the meantime, you're kicked out of your house. As soon as they serve you, you're not allowed to have contact with the person who filed it, even through third parties. So I tell anybody who comes to me who's been served, get off of social media. If they try to contact you, no way, block them, because you're going to set yourself up for an indirect criminal contempt charge. If your girlfriend or ex-wife or soon-to-be ex-wife feel sorry and said, the kids miss you, we want you to come back, no way, until that is withdrawn and the judge signs a withdrawal form, or else they could change their mind and tell the police, look, he violated this temporary restraining order or a temporary protection from abuse. I've seen that happen where these people are so twisted, they know how to get you in more trouble. You don't want that. So that's universal advice. If somebody files something like that against you, no contact until the case is resolved, because you're going to set yourself up for a world of hurt.
Before you carry on to the next point, let me just tell you guys in the ticker below here, and if you're listening to it on a podcast, it's entrepreneursincars.com/red-flags. You don't need to buy my book to get the chapter on red flags. You can get it for free just by opting into my email list. So if you want to grab it, if you haven't seen it, it's there and it's available to you for free. It's got red flag number 7, which talks about violence, and the other 19, obviously, which are the other ones you want to pay attention to when it comes to dealing with women on a long-term basis.
Right on.
Hey guys, I really hope that you enjoyed that short clip. If you did, consider supporting the creation of content by checking out my supplement line. Pinned in the top comment below of this video in the comments, there's a link to the unpluggedalpha.com/shop. When you click through, you'll be able to land over here, and the entire lineup is broken down by category that it performs best in: estrogen metabolism, fat burning, your foundational essentials for health, immune health, performance, and testosterone support. If you check out with coupon code ALPHA10, you'll get 10% off on your first order. There's also the option to use the subscribe and save model, where regular shipments will be sent over to you on a regular basis, and that gives you a little bit of a discount, and your supplement facts are always broken down over here. Thanks for watching. I hope you guys have an awesome day. And again, check out that link. It's pinned in the top comment below in this video. Peace out.